C-A-T-C-H-I-N-P-I-P-S. I've been C-A-T-C-H-I-N-P-I-P-S. I've been.
Hey, it's your man, Charlie P. Today was not good, guys. It wasn't good. You gotta take an L sometimes, you know what I mean? You can't win them all. Yeah, you'll see a mental, psychological roller coaster out of me today, man. I took a trade that I took an L on the first time. It was justified. The setup was confirmed, but the second attempt that I made was a complete disregard for rules, and I lost more money that I could have easily avoided losing. And I'm gonna break down exactly what happened and why I should have avoided it, what the rule was that I disregarded. I'm breaking all that down at the end of the video, so definitely stay tuned for that. Before we jump into it, if you're looking for a personal broker, check out Henko Trade. I've got a link in the description, so consider using my link to sign up with Henko Trade to use for your personal Forex broker needs. You can get leverage as low or as high as you want, all the way up to 500 to 1 leverage. Customer service is awesome. The market execution is quick. The payouts are quick. And we know that's the most important thing. And if you're somebody who doesn't have a lot of money to deposit, you only need $10 to deposit with them. So definitely check them out. But with that said, let's jump into the video. All right, y'all. I had to hurry up and jet downstairs and take an entry on AJ. I just bought AJ because it confirmed my Omega strategy setup when it breached this level right here. Right there. Anyway, we'll go over that later. But right now, I jumped in just to go ahead and get in the trade because I thought it already hit my point of entry. Hopefully it'll come down and grab this 50 EMA again so that I can put another 10 lots on it. But if not, cool. At least we're in the trade. But if it does come down and dip just below my gold line, I'm going to put 10 more lots into it, and then we will have our trade for the day. And thank you. I appreciate you. Let me in now. All right, we'll drag that stop loss down, put our TP up. All right, so total, this will give us, let's see, on this one, the 7,800. And this one is approximately 18. So what's wrong with my math right now? So what's that, 25,000 or something like that? Roughly 25,000. Well, guys, looks like I might be about to take this L on AJ. I bought it thinking it was an Omega setup. We may be okay if this hour candle ends above this 10 EMA. Like if it ends above the white line, kind of how it's trying to do right now, we might be straight. But if it ends below it, I'm probably just going to cut my losses and take the L. Something in me is telling me that this formation is just a little bit too wide. And so, yeah, I don't have a good feeling about this one, to be honest with you. And again, I'm kind of wanting to see if it's going to close above this 10 EMA or below it. 5 seconds and it's right freaking there. I can't even tell. It looks kind of like it's below it, but I'm gonna let it ride. I'm gonna let that ride. Tell you what I'm gonna do though is drag my stop loss just a tiny bit higher. We might lose about 5,000, maybe 4,600 or something like that on this. Yeah, about 4,500. So if we lose this, it'll be about a $4,500 loss. Technically, yes, the Omega setup is confirmed. I'm not about to go over it right this second because I'm sleepy and I'm finna go back to bed. So I'll go over that in the morning, whether I win or lose. I'm just going to show this trade, either why I won or why I lost. But honestly, I'm not that confident in this one right now. But yeah, we'll see. Hope is still alive. I'm just not that confident. So I'm going to go back to sleep and just wake up and see, what happens. But anyway, I will holler at y'all in the morning. Man, come on, dog. I done woke up this morning, AJ heading back up after it knocked me out. Well, actually, I manually exited the trade. So let me just walk you through what happened last night. After I stopped recording, I went back to bed. And I was staring at this on my phone because you know how it is, man. You be in a trade and you still got to look at it on your phone sometimes. Because in my mind, I'm like, why take unnecessary loss? Why let it come all the way down here? I think my stop loss was somewhere around this area. I'm like, why let it come all the way down there? So after this candle happened, this red candle right here happened, and it closed down here, and then it started heading down. I hopped out at like right around this area and took about a $3,500 loss. $3,500, something like that is what I ended up getting out at. Now we're getting another confirmation of Omega. If this hour candle closes above this point right here, then that'll be another confirmation. And now I'm gonna have to take the trade again and hope I don't get my behind whooped again. So we'll see what happens. But we're down 3,500 for the day. All right, we got about 5 seconds until the hour closes, and looks like it's confirming again. All right. There you have it. We closed above the line. So this means I go to the 15-minute chart, and if it comes down and grabs my 50 EMA, then I have to get in the trade again. Essentially the same place that I took it last night. We'll see what happens, man. Golly. They playing with my emotions. All right, so we're going to go ahead and give this a try. Hopefully this works out for me, because if not, then I'm going to be down some more for the day. Yeah, man, looking good so far. Hope is alive. Let's make that money back. Make that 35 hundo back. Let me see. Yeah, let's make that 35 hundo back. One thing I learned is do not get excited about Forex as far as like when price starts taking off in your direction, especially if news hits. Like this is a news event. So it's spiking up. It might spike down. Like I'm hopeful, but yeah, I still might take that L. So I ain't getting excited yet. Now, if we can get a close on the 15-minute chart above this high right here, then I'll be like, okay, cool. I'll feel comfortable at that point, at least. I ain't gonna be happy, but I'll be comfortable. Right now, definitely in the danger zone. And I'll say this too. This is another reason why it's important to get your entry on the opposite side of the 50 EMA. Meaning, so since I was buying this, my entry, I should have tried to get in down here. I should have waited a little bit longer for price to fall a little bit further, because of course, the further down my entry was below the 50 EMA, the safer I am, the more safe I am as far as not risking as much. So instead of having, for example, on this top entry, instead of having my stop loss at 13 pips, had I got in, say, right here below it, I could have had a stop loss of 9 pips. And, you know, there's 4 less pips to worry about. You know, that adds up. Like, let's say I take this L, and then the L I already took earlier with some trash entries. Like, I probably could have saved myself at least, you know, 12 pips worth of drawdown just by getting the proper entry. Even if I'm taking the L, at least try to enter in the right way to minimize my risk. So that's just another thing I want to point out. Try to get those good entries on the opposite side of the 50 EMA as much as possible. And that's just part of the risk management. Like, but I'm at fault on that. Like I jacked up in that regard today. So definitely gotta get myself back on point with the entries. That's why I didn't get excited when it was all the way up here on the last 15-minute candle, because I'm just like, nah, I know I'm still in the danger zone, man. They are testing my patience right now, because half of me wants to just exit the trade and take, you know, $1,400 loss versus 4,000. But I gotta be patient and just let it play out. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm really just mad at myself for getting these trash entries versus, you know, being in down here somewhere. So I guess I'm being a little bit too hard on myself, though, to be honest, because I mean, at the worst, from the top entry, the worst drawdown that I've had is 8 pips. I didn't even go into double digits in drawdown. So I guess, you know, so far so good. But It's just a matter of me being somewhat of a perfectionist, and I see I could have gotten in down here and only had, 3 pips of drawdown. You see how they keep trying to get me excited and going up and wicking all the way up here and then coming all the way back down? That's not cool. It's not cool, market. See, you're trying to get me excited again, trying to get me to smile a little bit. I might have smirked, I ain't gonna lie. I might be getting a little bit happy right now, not gonna lie, because it's pulsating to the upside. Y'all see that right there? I just smiled a little bit. I'm trying to chill out. I'm trying not to get happy. Don't get happy. Wait a minute. See, playing with my emotions. Give me a close above that line. Now, if I take this L at this point, I'm struggling right now not to move my stop loss to break even. A lot of times I'll move my stop loss to break even too soon, and then it may come down and tap it, knock me out, and then go up. I don't want that to happen. What I am gonna do though is move these doggone. There we go. I'm gonna move these stops up though. So now we're only risking about 2,800, 2,700. So at least we're risking over $1,000 less than what we were. And I've gotten if I TP right now, then I've gotten my loss back. So that's cool. But again, I got to let this trade run because I think it's supposed to go up to this zone and my TP's right here. So that's the name of the game. Gotta play to win. All right, I think I'm gonna move my stop losses one more time. Let me get it up here just a little bit closer. So now we're risking 1,000 plus what? Dang it, show me the other one, 42. So basically $1,000 or $1,100 maybe, something like that. Come on, man, don't do that. Y'all see, they won't let me live, man. Go up. Now see, if I would have took the proper entry, I could be break even right now and be risk free. But no, I jumped in a little bit early, being impatient. Bounce on up now, bounce up. Don't you come back down here. Come on, man. Like, why? This is some bull crap. If they take me out, man, come on now. Y'all done, you know what? I got to do it. I got to give myself a little bit more of a chance. Just a little bit more. The only reason I'm doing that is because they breached this level and closed above this level. Otherwise, I would have left my stop where it was. But I'm like, I don't understand how they can come down and continue down at this point. So, man, I was up like 8K. Now, if I could have TP'd right there, that would have been, man, if I had a time machine, like take me back to 15 minutes ago so I can just take this money up here. Dang, boy, trading be messing with your psychology. Y'all see this, man? Do y'all see this? Look, y'all see that psychological battle? I'm dragging my stop loss. Crap, they done got me. They done got me, man. So I'm about to take a 2K L. I really sat up here and took this L after I had 8K and could have made my loss back plus 5, about 4,500 in profit. Dang. Wow, man. That's pretty terrible. All right, there we go. $2,000 gone. That sucks, man. I'm hurt. All right, so let's recap what happened today. Basically, what you witnessed was a psychological meltdown, a complete disregard for my trading rules. Now, the first loss, that was legit. I thought the setup confirmed. I knew before I took the second trade not to take that trade. That was just me being hard-headed. I'm going to put a picture up on the screen right quick just to show you what I'm talking about. These are my rules that I have for the Omega strategy. And as you see, that second rule says to make sure the formation's diagonal trajectory calls for a break of structure. Now, what I mean by diagonal trajectory is if you know the strategy, you know that I'm looking for a break of structure. So on that first trade, I got in because it broke this little hump in the market, this prominent point. So we had like, this is a prominent point and this is a prominent point. Now notice the second prominent point is lower than this one. So we actually can draw somewhat of a trend line right here. And that gives me a break of structure. The diagonal trajectory calls for a break of structure. That means my prominent points need to be going this way so that I can break through it that way. Now, so that's why I took the first trade. That one lost. Fine, I'm cool with that. Now for the second trade, I got in because we breached this point right here on H1. However, this prominent point is higher than this one. So my diagonal trajectory is now going this way. That's not calling for a break of structure. That's calling for exactly what happened, which was the market came up, bounced off of that, and just came down. I knew that before I took the trade. I did not follow my rules to the T, and I paid for it. That's what happened today. I jack up. I still struggle with psychology and not following rules. I have my rules there for a reason. And yeah, when I don't follow them, I take these L's. So that's some transparency for your behind. I'll holler at y'all on the next one.